Finn. Welcome to my kitchen. I will be making a homemade facial gel that protects the skin from dry summer heat. My ingredients are sodium hyaluronate. It's a sodium salt of hyaluronic acid found in the connective tissues of humans. It used to, it's used to treat joint pain from osteoarthritis, but I will be using it for my skin because I'm spending more time in the sun, and it's for vitamin D, and it makes my skin very dark. And so this salt is a powerful humectant that attracts and holds water, and it's the ultimate skin moisturizer. And pharmaceutical companies are well aware of this ingredient. It goes under different trade names, but it's amazing, and that's why it's used often in pretty much uh, um, all um, all moisturizers. So maybe most moisturizers. Anyway, it can reduce signs of fine lines and wrinkles for a more youthful appearance. And I will be using a recipe of one teaspoon per 7 tablespoons of water. I use distilled water because I drink distilled water. It is a long-term water. I used to drink alkaline water, and you can make yourself like too alkaline, so I switched to distilled water. So the recipe is 1 teaspoon per 7 tablespoons of water, or 1 teaspoon per 103 milliliters of water. And you can basically buy the powder. It's sodium hyaluronate, and it's a powder, and you can buy it for 100 grams for about $50. And this amount, 100 grams, will last probably an entire year. So you have a good long supply of it. So we'll go ahead and get started. I need 1 teaspoon, but first I have to measure the water, and I have 2 containers. So I need 3 tablespoons. So I'll do 2 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon per each little container. So that's 2 tablespoons in that container. That's 2 in that one. And then I'll add 1 more to make 3 per each container. So now that's a full 3 tablespoons in that one. Okay, so I have a total of 6 tablespoons of water now, and I need 7. So I need a half of a tablespoon more. I'll just kind of wing it. If I put a little bit, you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll just fill it up, and then I'll just kind of wing it as half and half. That way I have the total of 7 tablespoons. It would be 3.5 tablespoons in each container. So now I need, for both amounts, 7 tablespoons, I need a teaspoon. So since I have 2 containers, I'll use a half teaspoon on top of each container. On top of each amount of liquid. Okay, what you do basically is it's going to absorb. So you just set the powder on top. Just pour it like that and just set it on top. And then you put it away in the dark, and it just sucks all the water into the powder, and the powder turns into a gel in combination with the water. And that's as easy as it is. And then you put it away in the dark, and wait for 24 hours. You don't even have to stir it. You just wait for 24 hours and it just does it all by itself. So there's one. There's the second one. And I have a little tab to write the date when I put it in the refrigerator. And that's all that you have to do for that. The second thing I wanted to show you is when you want to be refreshed, sometimes people use a little spritzer on their face just to cool off the face, like with cold water. So what I did was I got one of these little containers, and it's a little opaque bottle, and it has like a little sprayer inside, and so I can just put water in it and spray it on my face, and that cools down my skin. But what I do with the water, I use the distilled water. What I do is I put a little bit of either orange water, and that's kind of like a Mediterranean brand. It's like a distilled orange water. And so it smells awesome. It just smells like you're in an orange grove. It does. Yeah, under the heat of the sun. Yeah, the smell just really comes out. And then the other one is roses. If you've ever smelled rose perfume, there's one particular rose product. It's called, I believe, Tea Rose. And it just really has a nice, strong smell of the rose. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the cabinet, and they'll stay for 24 hours overnight. And then we'll come back and look at them. And you just set them in there flat, and the water will absorb into the powder all by itself. And that's basically all you have to do. And tomorrow I'll come back and show you the finished product and how it's used. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow.